Hi again. So, I'm on my way to getting the planted tank done. The sand has been in there for about a month now. In that time I've done about 6 or 7 complete water changes to turn the water over because there was a lot of residue coming out in it and it was very cloudy. As mentioned previously, the base has clay, blood and bone, so there's a lot of stuff coming out of it. So since then, the water that's in there that's in here at the moment has been in for about a week and a half, and it's settled quite a bit. So I thought I'd get some fish in to set up the biological filtration, get that going. So I went down to the local shop and I bought 10 platies. My plan was to get the platies, leave them in there for about a month to get the filtration going. Then when that was done, get rid of them because I don't particularly want them in the tank. But since then I've been told that I'm not allowed to get rid of them. So it looks like they might be staying. So I probably should have got 5 instead of 10. So yesterday I went out and got some cardinal tetras as well. I was going to get some neon tetras, but they're not as hardy. Much cheaper. The coloration isn't as good either. So I'll see how the cardinals go. At the moment there's a school of 20. Eventually I'd like to have a school of about possibly 80. But I'm also looking at getting African butterfly fish, which quite like cardinal tetras. So if they start to get eaten, I'll probably just go neons. They're about a quarter of the price. They don't look that much different really. So the timber that's in here at the moment is doing great. There's no coloration coming out of it. I think that should look good with surrounded by plant. As you can see, the layer of gravel is huge. There's about 160 kilos of gravel in there now. It's just river sand, which I thought looked a lot more natural, so I'd actually bought some other gravel, like golden pebble stuff, but this I think looks a lot better. You won't see a lot of it anyway because of the plants and the timber. I've also got some mopani root, 2 big pieces, which will look great, but they're leaching so much colour at the moment. I've got them soaking in a 240 litre container. I need to change it about every 4 days at the moment, so it could be a little while before it's in here, or I could put it in and just do my water changes more frequently. With my inlets, that's one of them. This other one here, the reason it's up on a stand is so that if I do my water change, I can just let it run and it'll stop at the height of that pipe, which is great. That'll be hidden by plants and timber and things like that, so it won't be too much of an issue. So I can just drain it and leave it, come back later and then fill it up. It's also set the height of the pipe. By the time this much water is emptied, that's the same amount of water from my storage tanks that gets pumped in, so it should be a lot easier. I've changed the filtration a little bit. I still have my downpipes. So at the ends I still have the 50mm downpipes, and I've been trying to get them as quiet as I can because of the size. There's a bit of water noise in there, but it's not too bad. So at the top there's a cage that I'd made up to stop fish getting washed down there, and I went and bought this sponge, which is pretty good. It's really coarse, so it lets the water flow through quite freely. But when I went to buy a sheet of it, it was a ridiculous price, about $100 for a square metre. So I didn't get that much. So I got some of that, fitted it within the cage so that in order for the water to get in, it actually has to flow through this. It quietens it down quite a bit. It stops anything getting in there at all, and if it blocks up, I've cut a hole so that the water can overflow and still go through. Underneath this comes out. So underneath here I've got some filtration material, and all that is padding from outdoor furniture, which you can buy at your local store. It comes in different thicknesses. So I think this is about 20 mil when it's dry, 20-25 mil thick. And just clean it out every so often, rinse it out. I've cut some slots in there so that if it does clog up or anything, the water doesn't overflow, it can still get through. As you can see, without it, the drainage is quite noisy. The bio balls cut the noise down heaps as well, but it's still fairly noisy. This is how I had it with the marine setup, which the marine setup was noisy anyway because it had the chiller running, it had the drainage, and it sounded good. It sounded like a good setup, but I think for the fresh water, I want to go quiet. I don't want to have air pumps or anything, and just maybe have a bit of water noise, and that'll be it. So that just goes in there. Okay, I've got, with the two sumps, I have the two separate sumps in there. I'll just turn the light on. Two separate sumps with a balance pipe at the back. So most of the time I only have one pump going. They're 3,000 litre pumps each. They have an overlap, so each of them runs for 14 hours per day. One's 14 hours during the day, one's 14 hours at night, and they overlap for 2 hours total during the day. That's just at the moment, so I'll play around with that when the tank's set up further and see what works best. So at the moment there's only one pump running. So I'll just show you when the second one comes on. I'm trying to work a way so that bubbling doesn't happen quite so much, but still working on that. If it's behind some timber or something, it won't be too bad. Might disrupt the fish a bit, not sure. I keep working out, it's nothing serious. So, the reason I don't have any plants is because I'm waiting for my CO2 system to come in. I've got my cylinder here. This cylinder is off a SodaStream system, 250 gram CO2 bottle. It has an adapter at the top so that you can screw a regulator onto it, and with that also, that allows you to refill the bottles. I'm not too sure if it's going to be big enough because 6-foot tank, I don't know how long it's going to last, so I'll give it a go, see how it works. But I think I might look at getting a 1 kilo CO2 bottle, which physically isn't a lot bigger than this. It'll still mount up to the bracket mounting points. This just unclips as well, so I can just replace my cylinders. Obviously if I get a 1 kilo one, I'll just need to change the mounts on it, but that'll be easy. The plan for my diffuser, my original plan was that pipe, I was going to convert that, keep it the same height but make it 50mm pipe. At the moment it's 26, it's 1 inch. It's going to make it 50mm and mount the diffuser inside that so that as the water pumped through, the diffused bubbles, or the diffused CO2 would get dispersed into the tank. But then I thought a better way might be this pickup tube for the pump at the end. either at the end of the pickup or another T-piece halfway along. If I mount the diffuser underneath that so that as the bubbles would get sucked up into the tube, go through the pump impeller, which would churn it up even more, and hopefully by the time it came out here it would be dissolved in the tank. I've seen a lot of tanks with diffusers set to the side, but it doesn't look as though it really gets spread around the tank much unless you have power heads blowing it around. So I'll try that and see how it goes. Okay, here, this is the inlet from the tank. Before with the marine setup, this was half filled with sand, which was started with mechanical filtration, which in theory is good, but a lot of the sand ended up in the first chamber, so it would just blow over. So that this chamber ended up with not a real lot, and the sand was in the wrong place and it wasn't really doing much. So I'm thinking I might go some gravel or something a bit coarser, see if that changes it. Or I could still try the sand, because since then also I put that really expensive foam stuff up top here, which could help keep it in, but I'm also worried that it could just blow it up onto this shelf here underneath the foam, so it still wouldn't work anyway. So I'll probably try a heavier sand or a light gravel or something and see how that works. Here in the second chamber, this is the same material from the furniture padding, and as you can see it's discoloured quite a bit, and the tank's pretty clean at the moment, so there's still stuff coming out from the sand, but that's all good. Underneath is still bio balls, and it still has quite a bit of wrapped up shade cloth. There's the balance pipe for the two sumps, which allows one pump to run at a time. Still works great. And we'll see how the one diffuser goes. I might put a diffuser on both sides, not sure. We'll see. So that's about it. My plan is to get probably only about 4 different types of fish, but they're going to be schools of fish, not individual. So I'll probably look at getting about 4 or 5 elephant noses, a few ghost knife fish possibly, a couple of African butterfly fish, possibly some discus. Not real sure. I'll just see how it goes, see how crowded the tank gets, see how many plants I get, and go from there. Don't want to put too much wood in. But yeah, that lighting is temporary. I only put that on because I put these fish in, give them something to do. I've actually got a, might be a bit dark. I've got the hood over here. This has metal halides and fluoros in there. It's a decent size. So that'll work quite well. Alright, so hopefully next weekend my CO2 stuff will come in and I'll start setting that up and put some plants in, and I'll post another video. See ya.